All right, you guys, I got a lot going on for you guys in the next couple of weeks. We're working on a new trading system for you guys, and it's going to be one of the MT5s, but you guys are going to love what I'm doing with this. Okay, y'all going to love it. Y'all going to love it. It's going to be part of the package of the MT5s that's coming out for you guys, so that because a lot of prop firms, they are no longer using, and brokers, they're no longer really using the MT4, but to move to the MT5. So to accommodate that, I got something big for you guys, okay? But it's not just the current trading systems. It's going to be new one included for you guys that we're working on, okay? So give me just a few more days to all this stuff is going to come together, and then I'll make the big announcement. Now, as far as the news coming up for this week, as you guys can see right here, there's not a lot of news. The biggest one is going to be NFP on Friday. The Swiss, if you trade the CHF or it's the Swiss franc, but we call it the chief, CHF, the chief. I heard people call it chief. It's the Swiss franc. That's what it stands for. And then Europe. So that's as far as news, guys. There's not much coming up this week, so we don't have to really worry about that stuff. All right. So let's get on to the charts, to which we do need to worry about. And as I always say to you guys, if you want to be copying on our trades, just go here to our website, supereasycopycat.com. And once you go there, just scroll down. You can see a sample of how it works, but you just install the software onto your MT4 or MT5. And once we take a trade, you'll be copied on it. That's how simply works. Now, if you want to get into the futures market and you want my personal trade alerts, then you want to go here to Futrix, FUTTRIX.com. And the links are below in the description. And you can go to my website, click on there, go to the Asian session, and we had a solid 100% win rate this week. 7 trades, no losses. Amazing. And then those who were trading live with Miss Jenny, they did 417 points, which you see in the thumbnail to this video. So now let's get to the charts. So it looks like finally the AUD, which tends to follow gold, when gold moves up, so does the AUD. So it looks like the AUD, the Australian dollar, is starting to soften a bit. However, would I sell right here? Not me personally. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm going to switch over to the Ocean Wave. And Ocean Wave is still telling me that this has a strong possibility of pushing to the upside. As you can see, every time it comes back down, it pushes right back up. So going off this, going to the higher time frame, which is what I tend to do, if it's too raggedy in between, then I go to a higher time frame, look and get clarity. And it's still showing that this thing is strongly above a strong moving average here. And so therefore, I don't like it right there at where it is. Now, what that means is it doesn't mean that I need to be trading it or ignoring it. It just simply means at this level, we could have a strong possibility of a reversal. However, as you guys know, I've been teaching you this for years, that it's important for you to keep in mind, what does the market do at the beginning of the week? Okay, Sundays and Mondays, it likes to follow what? The trend. As we can see, this trend is still a bullish trend. So therefore, this could be the stopping point for it. It has all the capabilities. So what I would do is look for liquidity grabs or stop hunts. They get these fancy names, stop hunts, to see, okay, if this thing pushes up and try to stop people out on the first couple of days and then come back down into this range that we see right here, if they push up, stop hunt people and come back to this range, that's a strong possibility that the bulls have now the bears have taken over. Sellers, let me say it a different way. The sellers have now taken over, and now we officially can start looking for sell-offs on the Australian dollar. But it's been in a monster tear for quite a long time. Look at this move, non-stop. So everybody who keeps trying to find these tops on them keep getting their top peeled. Look at this. This is AUD versus the Australian dollar. I got to admit, on one of these trades, I got my top peeled. So I was like, man, I'm going to leave you alone, bro. So this is very, very strong. Strong. Okay? Look at the AUD CAD. It's all of the AUD pairs. But again, it looks like there's a possibility of it weakening at these levels, which it did right here and did right here. So yes, keep an eye on it. I just wouldn't hop right into it as soon as the market opened. Now, out of these, the one I like the most is actually this one because it's giving me the double top right here in this area. So if it gives me a pullback on AUD CAD, which by the way, let me write a note for myself. And this might be one of the trades I look at this week. If it pulls back and doesn't break through this top, I might keep an eye on that one. Okay. So anyway, that's that. Moving forward, let's keep looking for other opportunities. See what I mean? This is what I mean. Many times price action will respect the daily levels. That's what the daily dot is for. Okay. So any time frame you're on, you can still spot where is the daily level. Okay. That's why I designed it for myself. See, daily level. So no matter where chart, whether I'm on the 5-minute, 30-minute, it doesn't matter. Where's the daily level without having to redraw it? But sometimes when price action wants to push, this is why you trade cautiously. Almost all the time, price action will respect the daily level. But every once in a while, price will push through there. And then, and this is what I'm looking for on AUD pairs, pushing higher, notice it reached right into my sell zone right here and then started to come right back down into the level. So if it continues to do that, then I am looking for opportunity. Going back to what I said on this one. See, if you're pushing and you see us in the same day, doing the same thing in this level, but since I know that at the beginning of the week, the market tends to like to go hard in the paint to push back into the trend, taking out people, then it may do the same exact thing. Which one was that? Right here, that the Swiss franc did. Push beyond that level, wipe people out, then drop back down into the level. And then if I see that, okay, I'm in agreement. Get what I'm saying? Look at this. Swept them right to the retest level of right here and then started dropping right back down. So if you do something like that, then yeah, you got my attention. You got my attention. Okay, let's keep looking. This one right here, this is the euro dollar. All right, let me show you something. See this little clustering? I already know. See, it's going sideways. What I need to do is shrink out and see what is really going on. And is this a pair that I would like to trade? Look at that. No, I won't have nothing to do with it. I'm good. You're too jumpy. Moving on. See, anytime you see the foolishness, see this consolidation, it's just, and this been consolidating in this range since the 20th of February. So as you can see, is this something I want to actually get involved with? See, it's just sitting there. Why is it sitting there is my question. This is a strong slant pattern, and normally to pop up strong and retest this level, but it hasn't done it yet. So if you're going to trade this Euro USD, go ahead, but have patience because it's in the range. So those who are in this trade, you're getting frustrated. You can see you did nothing wrong. So here again is another example of a liquidity sweep. You see, it was sitting on a strong support. What did they do? They dropped it, wiped out people. See, you see this down here? This is what I'm talking about. They are very well known for doing this. They will snatch up liquidity, come with this pin candle, whatever they call it. I forgot what they call it, the dragonfly or what's something. So many names. But anyway, point is, liquidity grab, then bring it right back into this level, and then they may push up. So this is the stuff I'm looking for. The liquidity grabs or the stop ons first, come back up, and then there you go. And this is also how you create your head and shoulders, because this will be a shoulder, head down here, form some formation, and then they bring it back up, consolidate, and then it pushes higher. Okay? But overall, this is why we don't fight the trend. Just flow with it. Okay? All right. So this is another one I was waiting on to push. I knew it was going to bust up, but look, it shot all the way backwards first, bounced off the daily dot, and then fired up. But as for this week, I see nothing. Now, this one is interesting. I'm not going to lie. This one is Euro NZD. It is very interesting to me, and I'll draw one trend line, and y'all will see exactly what I'm saying on this pair. Okay? I still got my eye on it. Okay? I still got my eye on it. Okay? You can see why. Look. So I'm going to make this a little bit tighter. All right, there you go. Respect it. Respect it. Respect it. Respect it. Came down, retested, and could bounce and continue up. So again, that one is on my radar. See my little sparkly. That one is on my radar because it's creating higher lows. Okay, it is creating higher lows, but is this something? Look at that chop chop. That's the problem. All of these are doing chop 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 chop, especially the euro pairs. So if you do get into that pair, you got to be willing to just hang tight. So here's another example of what I'm saying. See, broke through this level and keeps dropping. So this is where at the beginning of the week, and you guys are going to understand this when I release the MT5s as to why I'm going to do it the way I'm doing it. You guys are going to love exactly what I'm going to do for you. Okay. What did the MT5 say? Look at this. It's telling you stay in the trend. The trend is your friend when the 4-hour begins. You can always cut to the 4-hour with the ocean wave and say, okay, what does the ocean wave say? Because every time I try to look for a reversal trade, I'm getting my behind tore up. Let me just scoot over to the ocean wave, check that one and see what it's actually saying. As you can see, there is no work of closeness coming back to this main wave, this yellow one, which you can change it to whatever color you want. So you can see the wave is widening, which means it's getting stronger and stronger to the downside. Therefore, it's not a good time. Not a good time. Okay. So let's take a look at this. This is exactly the AUDs going upwards. Euro AUD trying to catch a reversal. It's still dropping. And this is why we go to the ocean wave to avoid all that foolery because we don't know. Okay. So let's get back to the main one. So this one here, again, just a chop fest. Okay. Many times it was doing a pullback. Slant pattern, slant, slant. See these slants? What I tell you, in a downtrend, it will slant upwards first and then drop through. Upwards, drop, upwards, drop. I think they call them flag patterns or whatever, but that's the point. It's still in the overall, downtrend. It's a downtrend. See, and here from the 1 hour, and notice the sexy analyst. Sexy analyst caught this thing on the 1 hour. And all you have to do is catch these arrows, drop. Don't worry about this. You could, but it was right. But so what? Boom, drop. See what I'm saying? Drop, boom, drop, boom, drop. So that's what you're looking for. Which one of these is going to tell me the story I need to know? This is a chop fest. It's ugly. So I don't really trade. I've been staying away from the euro pairs for right now. The other pairs, they're a lot smoother. So as you can see on the 1 hour, clearly shows, and I'm sorry, this would look better if I did it this way. You guys can see it. So chop fest, drop, chop fest, drop. So if this pulls back up, overall trend is still down. What do you think I'm gonna do? Sell. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this one. Same thing. It's still in the downtrend. Nothing there. Let's go to the 4 hour on this one. All right, so now we got a double bottom on this one. We can see the wick on this one here. See that wick? Okay. So now it looks like this may be a bottom. It could be. And on the daily, it is bouncing off a lower level. Okay. So we may have an opportunity in the beginning of the week, but not on Sunday going into Monday. I don't care what I see. I just don't trust it. Okay. So Euro NZD and GBP NZD are showing promise of a reversal. However, to be honest with you guys, the longer I'm trading right now under this current administration, I am not a strong believer in reversal trades because politically the environment is causing this market to act in a way that's very unstable. So when it gets into these trends, it stays there for quite some time. So I'm more of a trend trader right now. That's just what I'm looking for. Okay. On this one, I don't see much of anything. G Swiss, new, see, strong trend. When it gets in that trend, it ain't going nowhere. It stays in it. So this is what I'm suggesting to you guys, switch over to the ocean wave. You may have better results for now because this is what the markets is saying. Hey, due to the political environment, we're selling these things off. I don't care what the market structure is. We're selling this off and we're buying this. Okay. So that's when the market becomes unstable and it just says, hey, I don't care nothing about nothing. This is what I'm going to do. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing here. Now this one here, I do believe it's going to push right back up and retest. It did do a nice double top drop, boom, boom, and drop, but then it's consolidating. I'm looking for a push back to the upside first before I consider anything else. Same thing with this one. It would be nice for a drop. That would be nice eventually. But to be honest with you guys, push to the top first. And then once it retests the top or whatever it's going to do, then I'll take my eye and say, okay, what are you doing next? All right, USD Swiss franc, don't like it. I don't see anything worthwhile. USD CAD may retest to the bottom or do a pullback before a thunder thrust to the top. Okay, so nothing important there. All right, USD. That was a nice double bottom, especially off this daily level. Boom, boom. That thing shot on up nicely. Congratulations. I think it may, and I'm seeing a miniature slant pattern right here. I think this is going to be bullish still. Okay, I really do. There you go. See, right below here, pulling back, boom, bullish, create a double top, or even push higher to this level here. So I will still be bullish on this one. You can see the overall trend is upwards. So I'm looking to be bullish on USD JPY. All right. So deuces, have a good weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon.